6 Minutes Season 5. The Season of Unknowingness. The final chapter of the 6 Minute sequel.
There are kids in this world who are different. Special.
One of them found us.
And became family.
But her time ran out. And now, that girl is missing.
In this episode, I'll be breaking down the latest episode, 6 Minutes Season 5, piece by piece. Hey, Review Pop listeners, it's Landon Mueller. We're here today talking about episode 40. Yes, 40 is 6 Minutes Season 5, and it's just crazy the fact that we, only have 12 episodes left, and, it sometimes feels like just the other day Season 5 started back in October, and it has been such an exciting season, and so we've really kind of started to approach the end game of the season, I think. I just really enjoyed it because I thought it was so true to the original show, to Seasons 1 and Season 2. Specifically, Season 1, we're going to be making a lot of different comparisons. Yeah, I thought this episode was so great. The music as well was so phenomenal. Everything with Christmas. You guys may know, if you've been listening for a while, that some of my favorite episodes of the entire show are centered around Christmas, right? And yeah, let's get straight into it.
I'm scheduled to work the pipeline for some extra holiday pay, so...
Joe, we're happy to leave, but we don't really have anywhere else to go. Nowhere safe, anyway.
Okay. You can stay.
You should stay too. Celebrate with us.
Please.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stay.
Great!
In all of the different Christmas mediums and, shows and everything related to Christmas, we a lot of the times get this theme of, people coming together who are lonely, and that's kind of what Christmas is. It's all about family. It's all about being together with other people. So I thought this clip just did a really great job with that. Especially because, somebody like Joe, he's alone and he doesn't get a lot of company, so I think he just is happy to see other people, interact with other people, and form those bonds. And I, of course, have to point out the great music in this clip. I thought it just worked so well. The Christmas music, you can kind of hear it in the back. Chris had talked about on GCM Rewind that they really made an effort to have Christmas music from each time period and have it different. So in the past, it's kind of this 50s Christmas music, and then in the future, we kind of have more pop.
Well, play it.
Merry Christmas, Sai. I really miss you.
I feel like I've always known her voice, and I've been missing it this whole time.
I just wish I could be with my family. All of us. Together.
Me too, sweet girl. Me too.
I thought James here was so great. And, we don't see James very emotional very often. But whenever he is emotional, the actor does such a great job. And I think he just conveys such an emotional James, a James that's so conflicted, and I thought this clip was really, really great. I just love all of the voice memos Holiday has sent, and it's very characteristic of her, I think, and I love, once again, going back to that idea of, how Christmas is about being with other people. I love Christmas Eve. It's, one of my favorite holidays, and I can't imagine spending it without my family, without, the people that I love, and I think it is just really great, especially because 6 Minutes has so much to do with family. Like later in this episode, we hear Holiday telling the story of how Birdie got coal in her stack. James had put coal in her stack.
Come on in.
Hey, Sci-Fi. Sorry to crash.
Casey, all that's important is that you guys are safe.
Oh. I think I needed that hug more than I knew.
Thank you for taking care of my sister.
She took pretty good care of herself.
The relationship between Cyrus and Casey is so unbelievably strong, right? And it just goes back to the original show once again. You know, this entire episode reminds me of season 1, and that's something I'd kind of been missing a bit, right? You know, I of course love Out of Time. However, it's really nice when we get little Easter eggs back to the original show. But I think this clip is so great, and you can just tell that Casey's reaching out to Cyrus for support. And I think this is the ultimate clip for Casey shippers, Casey and Cyrus cases. Cyrus has moved on, right? He's with Brinley, or will be at some point, I think. Once again, you know, just their dynamic is so unbelievably strong. But ultimately, this clip really shows how good of a friend Cyrus is, right? He gave Casey a hug, and, you know, he really knew that she needed a hug, and I think it is so great, and it just shows how compassionate and loving Cyrus is. He's always trying to comfort other people, right? You know, it's really, really great.
How's it going, Doc?
What in the world?
Those are all very appropriate reactions to a head in a box, but it's okay. He's a robot. Like Holiday.
Adam! Hello! Ugh, leave me alone.
Adam, you're being rude. On Christmas Eve.
You know, Holiday's a robot, but they love her for who she is, you know? Not what she is, but who she is, and they have such a strong relationship with her. And so that's really why I think it is so important that they don't rebuild Holiday, right? Holiday can't be rebuilt. She is more than a machine. She is really formed her own person, and Holiday, yeah, she may be a robot, but I think we've really kind of explored that theme throughout the entire show. But back to this clip, I think it is really funny the way they're all reacting to Adam, I think. Once again, I talked about in a previous episode, Adam has been nerfed a little bit, but I think it's really funny the way that he can get a reaction out of everybody, you know, with the head, and I'm really curious to see if he'll be rebuilt, if James and Monica can help rebuild Adam. I think it's certainly possible. At some point this season, he has to get his body back together, but in the meantime, I think it's really great, and I think he's gonna make an effort to help everyone, right?
What are you doing here, Katie?
Whittier, he's furious. I think he's coming to look for you guys, and he's not doing it alone.
Do you think he'll find us here?
Monica?
Yeah, this was so great. I love how serious Joe was in the moments before. He thought WhittierCorp was at the house or something, and it just ended up being Katie. But I think this is great, and I'm really excited to see Katie and Joe together again and see, you know, if they rekindle some kind of relationship, because we had heard that Joe was making tapes for Katie, right? He really missed her, and he thought he saw something really great in her, and the last time they'd seen each other, it was kind of emotional in a sense, right? They realized that they liked each other, and I think it's so great, and I think that's going to be explored in the new season. But I do have to point out the fact that Sam, or young Monica, passed out here. I think it's really interesting, and just the way that the Gen A serum works is really interesting. I had kind of thought it has taken a while for the Gen A serum to react. You know, the Gen A serum hasn't reacted right away.
Cyrus, give yourself up!
Casey, the helicopter! Knock it off course!
It's awfully far, but I can try.
This is so awesome. This ended the episode with WhittierCorp infiltrating Joe's cabin was so huge, and, I had kind of expected it, but the way that everything plays out is so exciting, just with the music, and I really chose this clip because it is such a great callback to Season 1. This ending totally gives me Season 1 vibes, and Casey has only gotten stronger with her powers, right? She is so unbelievably talented with her powers, and so I thought this clip was just top notch, and it feels very true to the original show. Having such an exciting showdown at the end of the season like this is really, really great.
No! Monica, what are you doing? The helicopter is coming straight down on you!
Cyrus, go!
You're holding it?
Nobody hurts my kids!
I had saw that coming, and it is because it was predicted on 6 Minutes Day in the chat. We had heard a tease at the final episode of Season 5, and a bunch of people in the chat actually predicted, based off the clip, that Monica had super strength. This is very, very exciting. I'm super excited to see how she uses it. I think it is so great, and I love her saving her son, right?
Mom, did you just catch that helicopter?
Whoa.
What an unbelievably exciting way to top off such a great episode. I mean, the music, the sound design, the voice acting, I thought everything in this episode was so, so stellar. And hearing Monica use her powers, I think, is just gonna be so, so great. I'm super excited to see what exactly she's gonna do with her super strength. Thank you all so much for listening. If you enjoy the show, please leave a 5-star review. Until next time, this is Landon saying peace, love, and time travel.